This is Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child, and I am back once again. I had a good time with some of you last night. We talked about peace and joy, freedom and victory in our lives. Today, what I want to do is talk to you about a topic that many of you have shown interest, and that is money, finances, start a business. How do we give our kids the life skills that they need? You know, there are many times that we actually focus so much on reading, writing, and arithmetic, we forget to tell them or teach our kids about life skills. Like, have you taught your kids how to cook? I mean, I taught my son as well as my girls how to cook. I taught my girls how to sew. Steve taught Hunter how to do things on the car. Are you teaching them those life skills? And I would say one of the most important life skills that you can teach is the way to manage your money. To this day, my kids will still tell you stories about the little envelopes that they had, and they would put money in savings and spending and long-term savings and giving. I think that was it. We had different percentages. At one time I bought this little thing that had boxes and banks and houses. It was too confusing, so we just put everything in an envelope because they saw me using an envelope system. I don't use it as much now, but I used an envelope system, and I would get money at the bank every single week, and I would put it, this was our grocery money, this was our gift money, this was our eating out money, and we didn't have much money back then, so there were little bitty amounts, and if we didn't spend all of it, we could use it the next week. What I'm going to do is go over, it looks like 4 or 5. I'm going to show them to you real quickly. Then I want to tell you what they're about. We're going to talk about a quick study in debt. There we go, camera. Figure out how to do that. We're going to talk about Merchant Maiden. And this is specifically for girls, but I think there's a lot guys can learn. A book that I've written, Biblical Money Management. And this is What to Do with the Rolls-Royce Lifestyle When You Live on a Honda Paycheck. And then the last one we're going to talk about is how to start your own business for families and teens. And this is a DVD course. So I'm just going to go through and share a little bit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on any one program, any one resource, but that way you sort of have an idea of what's inside. It is so hard online to be able to say, is that what I need? And if I go over something and you still need details, please leave a comment. If there is a question you have about finances, go ahead and leave a comment here. We will be giving away some of these at the end of this. So let's just start with the first one. A quick study in debt. You know, we were blessed to really have no debt. When we moved to Idaho for Steve to go to seminary, we had zero debt. We didn't owe money on this house. We didn't owe money on our cars. One reason is, and this is sad, but Steve's dad died when I was pregnant with our oldest. And what we decided to do with his inheritance was to pay off the house immediately, and we wouldn't have to. We weren't going to play the stock market game. And so that was a blessing for us. Now, what is this about? A quick study in debt? This is basically going to the Bible and seeing what does God have to say about debt. It comes with a student workbook and it comes with the teacher's manual. And the teacher's manual actually has answers in it as well. You're going to go through sections that we've written and then verses and questions to answer. At the end, there's either 3 or 4 sections of topics and verses. And you don't need to do it all at one time. This may be something that you work through the workbook for a while, and then you may use the back part, the different sections of money, like ways we give and things like that, and verses. And maybe you just do one of those each week, and you look up a verse, and at lunchtime or at dinner time or breakfast, you talk about that. So this would be something really good that teens should be able to do on their own, but I would really encourage you to do it with them so that you can have discussions. I think discussions are vital. It raises our kids to be able to think, and that's one of my big things. Are you teaching your kids how to think? That's why I wrote a book, Teach Your Kids How to Think. So, and I have a whole series on that, but this would be a good thing for teens. This is another one. You could do teens, but you could also do some younger ones. This is Merchant Maiden. I'm not going to hold it up because I'm going to look at the table of contents so I can tell you exactly. I will tell you, I did not write this book. Neither Steve or I did. I don't know if you've ever heard of Money Saving Mom. I think that's what she goes by, Crystal Payne. This is her book that she wrote. It's the first ebook that she ever wrote. And we bought the rights to be able to sell this online and have been selling it for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. And it's got some really good ideas in here. And it starts out with teaching our girls, are they a keeper of home? This is not a workbook. This is ideas that you can talk to your girls about and work through, but you could also talk to your guys as well. The next section is God's leading in your life, and then practical ideas. This is where it gets a little girly, so you know you may be able to twist some of them to be things for your son, but be a mother's helper, starting a baking business, making pre-prepared blah, 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 mixes, cook frozen dinners and sell them, become an author, provide cleaning services, teach music lessons, resell books. So there are some things that seem more feminine, but there's some things that guys and girls could both do. And then the last section is just a little section on starting a business. Pray and seek the Lord, talk to your authorities, to your parents, and find a need and fill it. Write out a game plan, do your homework, consult a professional. Test your product and service, market, start small, keep a ministry mindset, and then some concluding thoughts. Now, those are just the titles of what she talks about. I think this is a great starting point if you have a daughter or a son that want to get started. It normally sells for $10 retail. I don't really remember. I am so bad at prices and keeping them all in my head. I want to say it's on sale for $6 at the fair, and I know this is normally $35 or $40, and it's on sale probably about $15 or $17 at the fair. Now, biblical money management. I started speaking at Teach Them Diligently. Well, I've been speaking there for a while, but last year I spoke about this, and so I wanted to be able to provide a resource that they could take home. And so we took a lot of the information about what does the Bible have to say about money, not just debt, but money as well. When you get this, you can go to this very first page and you can actually go and grab our Teaching Kids cheat sheet, Teaching Kids About Finances. It's worth $7. You put your name in there and we will send you the poster that you can print out. Let me just tell you some of the topics. What we're going to do is start talking about lending and borrowing money. What does the Old Testament and the New Testament have to say about money? And then some practical tips about what the Bible has to say. Then we're going to go really dive into the New Testament and managing our money. How do we teach our kids to manage their money, and some practical tips that way. Again, starting a family business, biblical freedom. One reason I am so big, we've always had our own businesses. And when we moved to Idaho, we couldn't take a construction remodeling company with us, so we went online, and that is what supported us for years and years, and it continues to support. So start a family business. I think it's important. All our kids know how to start a business. Now, right now, they or their spouses also work for an employer, but they have the tools and they know how to start their own business if they ever need to. And I think that gives you freedom. And then finally, some money management resources. So this is more a book, I would say, for adults to read and maybe use some of the ideas with your kids. Some of the ideas about saving money and teaching your kids how to manage your money are good ideas here. This is normally $15. I think it's on sale for $9-ish. We've got all the prices. howtohomeschoolmychild.com/fair20, all lowercase. Then lastly, my favorite resource, one of my favorites, teach your kids how to start your own business for family and teens. It comes with a workbook. It doesn't come printed out. It's going to come as a package. We're still old-fashioned. It comes with DVDs that you pop in. And so disc 1 has a session, Biblical Principles of Business, Pros and Cons of Owning a Business. These are live workshops that we recorded when Steve taught teenagers and parents how to start their own business. Session 2, Generating Business Ideas, the 3 types of businesses. Session 3, Demand for Your Business, Characteristics of Customers. Session 4, Finding Customers, Questions and Answers. Session 5, knowing your numbers. Too often people just charge in. They want to do the fun stuff, marketing, branding, and all that. But you need to know your numbers. And how do you know how much to sell? How do you know what your expenses are? What are expenses and income and those kinds of things? And the next topic, how much to charge? Session 6, sources of startup capital and responsibilities in business. Session 5, top 10 ways to sync a business and gaining knowledge and skill. Session 6, doing business on the internet, a totally online business. And then the last one is a workbook and a catalog. Now, so that when you print it out, you're going to get a workbook and a catalog. Here's the workbook, and I'm going to show you parts of it. I've already gone through most of the big topics, but there are things that are specific in here that you're going to print out, like market research, my marketing plan. They're going to talk about what's a sample profit and loss statement, cost checklist, how much should I charge, how do I acquire the knowledge I need. So let's just flip through and show you. Here's our brainstorming page, and they're going to brainstorm ideas that they're going to use. These are related businesses. This is our market research chart. So you see, it's going to be step by step. They're going to watch the video, and then they're going to do the assignment in here. Let me find another one. Who are your competitors? Do we need competitors? Do we want to go into a business? Oh my gosh, the lighting just went out. Should we have competitors? Well, I think yes. If there are no competitors, maybe you are so far out there that that it's not really a business worth having. I don't know why the lighting keeps changing. Let's see what else. More stuff on our marketing plan and costs and income. Anyway, and then this, how much should I charge for my service? So there's all sorts of things in here. This normally sells for $97. I believe it's on sale this week. At the fair for $47. But we're going to have a flash sale, and you can get this for $37. All of the DVDs and the workbook. Now, I just said that, but I do have to tell you one bit of information we have discovered this week. Some of the computers are not printing these PDFs out very clearly. There's something messed up with the lettering. So we are aware of that, and we are working on that. Even though you will get a PDF here on your workbook, in your workbook disc, we are going to provide you an online one, and it should be ready next week sometime. Just in case you get something, I want to make sure everyone knows we are aware of that. Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. But this will be something that you can do. Your kids can work through this. This is summertime. Maybe starting a business is a good place to start. If you have little kids, I wouldn't put this with them. If you have teens and little kids and you want to work together as a family, then I would suggest this. If you have younger kids, I would suggest using some of the ideas in biblical money management. And Merchant Maiden, there are some ideas that young kids can do. One, my son, when we did these activities with our kids, so we actually did some of these activities with our kids, they had to brainstorm things they liked. What would they have a business on? Hunter was all about pets and dogs, and he wanted to be a dog walker and a dog sitter and a dog this and a dog that. And now that I'm just thinking about it, he came home from the world race in December, and he signed up for Rover before he went off to work at his job in January. And we had twice dogs here that he was babysitting. And I don't know if you know what Rover is, but it's sort of like Airbnb for dogs, and people that need a place for their dogs to stay can. And he said, "Hey, Mom, here's a dog." I don't know how this came up. This was last weekend. You want to keep this dog? And I'm like, oh. And I looked at it, one potty trained. I said, nope, we only take potty trained dogs. Anyway, there are some different opportunities, but there are some things here that your kids can do, like beginning sewing, cake decorating, being a mother's helper. There's a wide variety of things. So we are going to do, here's our giveaway for today. What I would like to, I'm going to put questions in the description here, but we are going to give away one of each one of these. So we will give away a quick study in debt, Merchant Maiden, biblical money management, and we will give away one of our starting your own business. And what I'd like you to do, and just because you write this doesn't mean it's the one you win, but write down, there's two things you need to do. And some of y'all don't do this. Some of you just go, oh, this would be great. If you would just do me a favor, put the name of the product, and I'll list them all out there, and why you would like to win that, how that would help your family. Now, before I close, let me just share a few things. My Getting Organized video went poof. Facebook took it down. We have no idea why. We've waited 24 hours. I will be doing that again tomorrow. So we are going to extend our Busy Moms Organization Toolkit giveaway, and it'll probably finish on Monday, because I'm going to redo that video over the weekend. So just so you know that that's true. We are still giving away one character mini chart set every single day. As soon as this is over, I'll pick another one. Holiday is going great. Um, Gangbusters, whatever the word is. But if you'd like to win our holiday Skies of the Cross and Star Bethlehem, there's a link for you to do that. And our holiday writing lessons are on sale half price, $15 through Saturday, I think. Oh, and we are having some problems with our freebies. I need to find out. I saw that this morning. I haven't had time to figure that out. But we are giving away, if you see 5 mini units on one of these posts, 206 ideas you can use for summer. And we are going to correct that. If you have not received that, please send me a message and I will get that to you. Most people have been able to get it, but there must be some glitches in technology right now. And then the last one is Don't Worry Prayers and Homeschool Organization Planner. So all of those are freebies that we've been giving away here. You can see them. Next Tuesday, I will be giving Drama-Free Mom, 4 Steps to be a Drama-Free Mom masterclass at 3 times. You choose your time. Eastern, you figure your own time out. 2 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, or 9 p.m. Eastern. And lastly, I will be back later this afternoon to talk about some of our Bible resources, and this is one of them. I love this one. It's a prayer journal, a new school year, and I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about making biblical decisions and approaches to Christian homeschooling. So that's a whole lot to cover. My name is Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you later.